Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwividiyo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lithuba ngibonge i-support nothando enikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisiphote njalo ngokubuka amavidiyo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwividiyo namuhla. Former Secretary General womkhonto wesizwe phathe okuFloyd Shivambu ubhalile ubize i-press briefing. Sizongena ke kulelo daba ngoba uFloyd ubize i-press briefing. Kodwa ngithe ngaphambi singene kulolu daba likaFloyd kunodaba olunye olihamba phambili olubalekile efuneka sikhulume ngalo. Sizokhumbula ukuthi emavikeni adlule uDr Nobuhle Nkabane oWminister of Higher Education and Training uye wavela phambi kwePortfolio Committee emveni kokwakusuka umsindo mayelana nabantu ababeqokiwe ukuthi bazoba ochairperson bamabhodi so bamasitha. So kwasuka umsindo ke wafika kwePortfolio Committee base wayesethi une secret panel asebenza nayo kucelakala amagama wayo bamnikeza i-deadline ke ukuthi ifuneka lawo magama wasubmit ngoLwesithathu lomhla ka-11 azangakwenze lokho. Over the weekend amalunga ePortfolio Committee awu3 uSols, Karabo Kakao noTebogo Letsie ochairperson bebekhuluma nabezindaba kuma platform ehlukene besho ukuthi uminister akayihloniphanga umyalelo wePortfolio Committee. Kodwa ke bathe inqumo eziningi nokuningi kuzothathwa namuhla njengoba iPortfolio Committee ifuneka ihlale namuhla. Kuthe izolo ntambama uminister wavele wayidedela ilist. Uminister wayidedela ilist. Kodwa ke eseyidedelile ke ilist abantu abaqokiwe nokuyibona ababeqoka abantu. iDA ithi cha ifuna ukudlulisela lolu daba phambili manje kwi-Ethical Committee ngoba uminister kalenzanga iqiniso. Ngifuna sicaphune lelo daba bese singena kulolu lukaFloyd le press briefing. Kunezinto ezinteresting kakhulu uFloyd ayishilo engicabanga ukuthi kodwa sonke sizilindele ukuthi uFloyd akaphawule ngazo. Okokuqala nje kunezinkulumo ezikhona ezingamahemhem ezithi kune-political party uFloyd angasayisunguli. Silindele ukuzwa kumkhonto wesizwe phansi. Abanye besebenza ama-speculation ukuthi uFloyd uzoshiya ku-MK party uzoresign. Konke lokho kodwa ke ngaphambi nje ngiyone lento ngizoyifunda imessage ayibhalile. Bhala imessage interesting kakhulu uFloyd. Asiqale kule ye-Portfolio Committee ngoba ayikho enye ivideo engizophinde ngiyenze kuyo. Ngcono siyenze manje siqhubekele phambili bese singena kodabeni likaFloyd. Cela uzwe la.
In terms of the analysis of the master list that we received, we did not have a number of youth that met the criteria in terms of requirements. We only got 2 that met the criteria. So those are the limitations that we need to look at when we try to spread the word to say the Gazette is out, people must come on board. They must raise their hands to come and serve the nation. The second issue that we're confronting is that we did not get people from other groups, like whites, Indians, and others, and colours, raising their hands to say they are ready to serve the nation. I call upon to all of us to go out in numbers and request them to respond to the call, because we've already issued a gazette, and this gazette.
Njoba tumuzwa kuminister ekhuluma la Portfolio Committee ukuthi ama-Indians aba-applyanga, amakhalati, abelungu bebe ne-youth ay-applyanga for lama position. So uKarabo la uphendulile ukuthi bayicelile ilist ama-applicants ukuze kuzokwazeka ukuthi ngempela aba-applyanga. Yingakho ngithi lolu daba silibheke ngoba lithinta impilo zeingane zethu, lithinta impilo zekusasa lalezo ngoba abantu amasitha wawenza umsebenzi ukuthi atrain abantu. Naku ke kuthiwa abantu aba-applyanga ne-youth didn't meet criteria. So uthi kusisa uKarabo bacela uminister abanikeze ilist ama-applicants 500. Awayikhiphi ilist phela kubonakala iPortfolio Committee kwazi ukuzibonela.
You're calling this defiance, the minister defying Parliament. Well, the minister would say, I did respond to Parliament. I asked for a postponement while I get permission from the so-called panel members to divulge their names.
So you would note that one, the committee meeting that she appeared before, in that meeting, she was very hostile towards the portfolio committee, very evasive in her responses to the composition of her so-called selection and evaluation panel that she claims gave her advice on the final compilation or the final appointments of the CETA board chairpersons. You would note that we had 573 applications, and the 20 that were finally chose, she claims, and her department claimed that they were given to her as advised by the selection and evaluation panel. And obviously, whoever does work on behalf of government, unless they are part of the security cluster and undercover agents, is a subject of public understanding and is a subject of parliamentary understanding. So for her to come to Parliament boldly and arrogantly to tell us that it's none of our business, and if it is any of our business to know who those people are because they are volunteers in her description, she needs to go seek advice from those people. That does not land well with the Portfolio Committee. It certainly does not land well with the Democratic Alliance. And even though the committee gave her more time to go compile this report of hers and give it to us. The deadline that she had was the 11th of June. She missed that deadline. Instead, she asked for extra time until the 30th of June. Now, two things. One, I've already said that you don't need their permission to tell us who they are because they're doing state work, and they are doing state work that its consequence is how 19 billion rands of the state's coffers is governed altogether. But two things. One, if Minister Godongwana is able to give President Ramaphosa a report about this, surely she can give the same report to Parliament. So there's no need for her to need more time to ask permission weirdly altogether, particularly because she indicated in the letter that she wrote to the Portfolio Committee that she has sought legal advice, and the legal advice has told her that she is legally mandated to tell Parliament who these people are. So the next request for her for permission is just a time buying tactic altogether, which we do not buy, because there's also a suspicion that these people may not exist, but actually may be just a smoke screen for Luthuli House. But number two, the bottom line here that we are referring to as the Democratic Alliance is that we do not have time for Minister Nkambane to thumbsuck and create a scapegoat panel that exists, or to buy time to make it politically cute, particularly because the people who she appointed have shown the proof is in the pudding, that most of them are aligned to the ANC, predominantly from KZN. They're aligned to the national chairperson of the ANC, Ntate Mantashe, and it's a clear case of cadre deployment and politicization of the CETA space. So we do not want that. And that's why in the letter that I wrote on behalf of the Democratic Alliance, I referred specifically to Rule 167 subsection A of the Rules of the National Assembly, which are read concurrently with sections 14 of the Powers, Privileges and Immunities of Parliament and the Provincial Legislature Act 4 of 2004. So it is not up to Minister Nkambane to tell us when she's going to come out with the truth. It is up to Parliament to dictate those terms. And I look forward to the next meeting, which Chairperson Lizzie has responded to say that conversation will be ventilated.
Engobuzwa-ke usisi la ebeka uKarabo ebeka njengempela. Nanokuthi yafuneka baziwe labantu ngoba phela benza umsebenzi omkhulu kabi, funeka abantu babazi. Uminister kucashe ngesithupha wakhala ngePoppy Act, bathi na le ayisebenzi. Wathi na uhambile ofuna legal advice, yathi ngoba bebenza umsebenzi westate kufanele baziwe. Uyikhiphile list, ngifisa kodwa ukungacaphuni list kuphela, ngifisa ukucaphuna ilist neinyathelo ezothathwa iDA ukuze sizodlula singene etabeni lika Floyd. Lo daba lufanele ngiliaddresse kahle thoroughly ukuze uluzwe kusuke eqaleni liyaphambili. Ngicela ke sibheke nansi into esho iDA. iDA idlulisa udaba lika Minister we Higher Education and Training uDr Nobuhle Nkabane kwi-Ethnic Committee for misleading i-Parliamentary Committee, Portfolio Committee on Higher Education. Ngesikhathi ethi wonke lama member awe Sector Education and Training Authority okungama CETA board chairpersons eselectiwe abantu aba-independent. Izolo ntambama ngoba thina this afternoon uminister ugcine wakhiphile amagama leyo panel okureport ukuthi assistile ukuthi appointe abantu aba-aligned ne-ANC ukuze babe ngabo CETA board chairpersons. Ukho kwenza ukuthi kube khona i-concern amaningi kubantu. Waqhubela phambili bathi uminister ufailile ukureveala wonke amagama njengoba igama lomunye ama-panel members livela. Uminister uthe labantu laba abekho comfortable ukuthi amagama abo aziwe. Bathi-ke i-DA irequesta wonke ama-minutes aleya panel ukuthi abe available kwi-committee in full in details, as well as i-report ethunyelele kwi-National Skills Authority njengoba kwakwenziwa i-final consideration for ama-appointments. Ilista lamagama abantu kubalwa ku-Advocate Terry Motau, yena bekawu-chairperson wepanel, yet akaza attende neyodwa meeting, okuletha kombuzo othi kanti ubani wayewu-chairperson waleyo meeting. Owesibili, u-Asisipho Solani, oyi-former leader ye-South African Student Congress okuyi-SASCO, oyi-former leader ye-Western Cape ANC Youth League, okuyi-interim leadership, manje oyi-advisor to i-Higher Education Minister. Owesithathu, uNelisiwe Semane, oyi-Chief of Staff in the Office of i-Higher Education Minister. Owesine, uMabuza Ngubane, oyi-Chief Director ye-SETA Coordination. Owesihlanu, uRulani Ngwenya, oyi-current manje uyi-Deputy Director General ye-Corporate Service kwi-Department of Higher Education and Training and former Deputy Director and General Corporate Management Department kwa-Tourism. Uyabona uma ubona la magama usuyasibona isizathu esenza ukuthi uminister angakhululeki ukukhipha le list. Usuyasibona ngoba phela bonke labantu laba ba-linked ne-ANC. And labantu laba abantu abasebenza naye uminister. Uthe uminister le panel independent. Ayikho independent ipanel uma ngabe labantu laba abasebenza nabo. Abanye balabantu bayaba khona kulama meeting. Kufuneka amagama nje bakhona, uDDG bekakhona. Kufuneka amagama nje ukhona uDDG. So uyabona ukuthi uminister i-DA isinyathelo esithathayo sokumusa ethnic committee ngoba engalikhulumanga iqiniso, ngiyasincoma ngishayela izandla sihle ngempela. Futhi ke ngoba udaba libiwe i-DA ngiyacabanga ukuthi lizothathelwa phezulu. Asiqhubeke ke sidlulele edabeni lika Floyd. Ziningi izinto ezikhulunyiwe ngoFloyd. Kodwa uFloyd namhlanje ukhetha ukuthi akasazisa ukuthi kusasa uzobe ehoste i-media briefing. Nansi ke into ayibhalile. Ngomlayezo obhalwe uFloyd uthi kusasa ngoLwesine lomhla ka-19 June 2025 sizobe sine press conference sikhuluma ngama-political development eSouth Africa. Uyaqhubeka uthi nalabantu asebenze nabo bayazi ukuthi bona bagayidwe i-dictum nama-principle agayidwa u-Amilcar Cabral owabhala ukuthi, open quotes, hide nothing from the masses of our people. Tell no lies, expose lies whenever they are told, mask no difficulties, mistakes, failures, claim no easy victories, close quotes. Ngokuhumusha uthi, ungafihli lutho kubantu, ungawakhuluma amanga, futhi expose noma aveze obala amanga ngesikhathi sonke uma ngabe ekhulunywa. Akufanelanga ufihle noma ibuphi ubunzima, amaphutha kanye nokwehluleka, futhi ungaclaim ama-easy victories. Uyaqhubeka kuFloyd uthi ku-DNA yabo ukuthi bakhuluma iqiniso ngoba iqiniso li-revolutionary. Sethembeka ukuthi uFloyd uzosazisa-ke iqiniso ngoba sekunezinto eziningi eseyikhulunywa kumkhonto wesizwe manje. Abanye bathi cha kunemali ayidlile kunani, kodwa siyethemba lokuthi uzosiclearela yonke into asitshele kuyiqiniso ukuthi kwenzakalani. Njengoba nje eshilo uFloyd, ngiyacela ukuthi kuze ukuphawula kwakho ukuthini ukubona kwakho mayelana nalolu daba lolu. Ngabe kukhona esokuzwa okuzosethusa? Ngicela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho ngalolu daba ukuthi wena ngoku ngesingawe yini ocabanga ukuthi uFloyd angasayisho kusasa njengoba ebiza bezindaba. Yini uFloyd angasayisho? Yini esingase siyilindele? Ngabe indaba ezikhulunywayo ze-political parties ngabe ziyiqiniso? Ngenzeka sizizwe. Ngabe udaba lwemali ukuthi uFloyd useyidlile manje ngabe luyiqiniso? Ngenzeka akhulume ngalo. Noma uzokhuluma into ekuyiyona yona eyenzeka umkhonto wesizwe party eyenza ukuthi aze asuswe esikhundleni sokuba uSecretary General or uzositshela ukuthi uyaresign, yikuphi azokusho. Wena ngesingawe yini oyilindele? Athi ngikucaphunele ukuthi inhlelo zakusasa zimi kanjani. Ke media invitation press conference ezobe addresswa former MK Party Secretary General Comrade Floyd Shivambu. Uthi members of the media niyamenywa ukuthi ni-attend a press conference ezobe addresswa former Secretary General womkhonto wesizwe party Comrade Floyd Shivambu. I-briefing izobe focuse kakhulu ku-critical national matters lezi ezenzeka manje ezibhekene ne-South Africa. Ihleleke kanjena-ke ngolwesine lomhla ka-19 kuJune 2025 isikhathi ngo-12 emini. Ivenue iMhulu Luxury Boutique Hotel 37 Hampton Road, Glen Austin, eMidrand. Sekubhala ukuthi strictly ama-accredited media houses lawa azovumeleka ukuthi attende futhi ayikhave le press conference. Ama-media representative ayacela ukuthi athumele ama-RSVP wabo provide ama-details futhi acela ukuthi afike early azokwazi ukuset up ne-registration. Iyona information ke le ebhaliwe. Iyona sizozwa ke kusasa ukuthi uFloyd uzothini. Ngoba phela siyakhumbula ukuthi ngomhla ka-16 June bekamenyiwe i-SABC News azange afike. So ngicabanga ukuthi uzozikhava ezinye zezinto la mhlambe kunezinto abekagwema ukukhuluma ngazo. Futhi ngicabanga ukuthi isikhathi esihle ukuthi uFloyd akakhulume ngoba indlela akhulume ngayo Jacob Zuma ngesonto ishiye sinemibuzo eminingi. Mhlambe lo mbuzo izophenduleka. Mhlambe akeze ukusiphendula. Ngiyacela kuze ukuphawula kwakho. Bengithi nje ngikulethele lo daba ngiyabonga.